It looks like he's trying to shoot the ceiling.
Okay.
Oh, I really drop like that. I don't
So
just go limp. I just...
He looks petrified.
Okay, John walks over to him and nudges him with the tip of his boot a bit and goes, "Yeah, okay there, partner?"
Do I snore or am I just completely shut down?
You breathe heavily. So yes, it takes John to John. It seems like you're sleeping.
Ah, good. Only with my arm stretched to the ceiling.
Yes. Trust me, weirder things have happened.
Okay.
Yeah, of course that makes John scratch the back of his head a bit and go like, "Well, that's one way of getting sleep."
But how can he sleep with that dragon making noise?
Yes, indeed. Very good question.
Yeah, but I think he's going to focus more on getting the sleeper the hell out of there. So try and hoist him up.
And you're getting help. Actually, when you hoist him up, the other two guards are wrangling the drifter's arms around and putting cuffs around him.
Crack, crack.
He just goes, hey, is that really necessary, partners?
Yes, it is very necessary. He's an intruder, sir. So you, technically speaking. Now come along nicely, and we're going to talk with Mr.
Yeah, you helpful intruder, you. How dare you?
And Mrs. Turner will sort you out.
Okay, lead the way, partners.
All right. Now, as you right. Now you be a good fella and carry your accomplice around.
These guards aren't that great.
Yeah, John gives them the thumbs up. Yeah, he gives them the thumbs up and attempts to hoist the stiff sleeper up.
All right. Well, one of them makes a brief detour and comes along. Oh no, wait! No, the guards just follow you out, just keeping you nice in the vision, as it were. And as you march out, you find Acavius Mordekaiser. Actually, it is in the middle sense Acavius Mordekaiser. Out of the with two guards. Out of the building, two guards with Hein and John appear, and from the house of Mr. Derringer, Mr. Abram Flint appears with the sheriff. Now,
nothing to worry about.
And you all converge on one point so they can actually speak to each other, which is a bit closer than you'd expect because of the damn waterfall next door. Now, the sheriff starts. "What in tarnation do you think you're doing?" he says as he looks at the posse.
Abraham immediately goes, "See, sheriff, here are my partners, just like I told you." And I immediately look to the rest and lower my voice slightly. "Now, did you catch the critter or not? And what happened to him? Is he sleeping?"
I think it's time for a scrutinize for Mordekaiser and John to see if he can hear the mum. Yeah. What a fall.
I think I'm mainly addressing John because, yeah.
Okay, well this time I'm going to just roll the scrutinize first.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 4, and then the wild die, which I ace.
All right.
Oh boy.
Well, you don't need to roll any further.
Oh, whoops.
You don't really need to roll further because that's enough to hear him. Perfectly. You can. There are a couple of guards standing there and a cross-looking sheriff. So yeah, what do you say?
All right, whose turn is it, by the way?
This is conversation. You are all at the same initiative.
Alright.
Nico? Oh, okay.
Except
Yes?
for trees.
Just Abraham just asked you if you know
What happened?
what happened to the creature.
He just shrugs and goes, I ain't got a clue. It was fast asleep when I got there, making a huge racket.
This could be a
remember
problem.
last-
The creature still might be roaming around the place.
I remember last time Hein did said against you that he has a chronic sleep disorder. So
Abraham turns.
Good.
Abraham turns to the sheriff and says, "Sheriff, this is a very dangerous creature that's still roaming the area, and we gotta make certain we catch it before it gets away."
Well, it ain't like I sure wish my deputies were around here, then I could. But truth of the matter is, I need to take you all in on the charge of trespassing, and we'll sort everything out in the morning.
Sheriff, if we don't do this right now, the monster's gonna get away and terrorize more people. and Abraham looks very serious and is actually frowning this time.
Let's see. We don't have much time. I want to do that. All right. Right. Let's see where we can find if we can find this critter.
All right, thank you, Sheriff.
This critter you're speaking of. And if we don't, that will be very bad for you.
Don't worry, Sheriff. Once the soul is dealt with, we'll turn ourselves in if we have to.
Long story short, after only a few minutes of looking around, one of the guards that finds the critter that is half stuck in the machine, half stuck in the side of the machine. Pulling it out, it is revealed that you are actually chasing indeed a critter. But unfortunately, the sheriff still insists that you spend the night at his place.
But yeah, they obviously see the thing has horns and stuff like that, and it looks demonic, right?
Antlers. It has antlers. It looks unnatural, plain unnatural.
There we go. Phew.
And of course,
So at least he doesn't think we're crazy.
yes. Okay.
Oh no, he thinks we're crazy. He just believes our story now.
Now, it takes a good hour for you to tell the good sheriff your story and try to convince him that this is indeed an evil bunny rabbit, and that you were actually honestly not trying to kill the great Mr. Derringer.
Why
And after about an hour or so, Hein wakes up.
no, already go.
Actually,
Yeah, you got lucky.
I got lucky.
oh yeah, as soon as you wake up, I immediately go, "What were you doing sleeping back there in the middle of a job? What were you thinking?"
I believe I told you I have a chronic sleep disorder. My light goes out.
Abraham just shakes
I'm
his head.
just-
Sounds like an excuse for laziness to me.
And I point my finger at him. Bad minion.
Well, at least I got a critter. Ugh.
Oh, it was you that
no,
shot
Yeah,
him.
my mic's
Was it?
not muted.
It was
Excuse
you
me?
that shot him, that's what I said.
Yes, I shot it. It says dead as a corpse.
Now, did it put up any kind of a fight?
Nope, not really. He was just looking at the giant cylinder curiously, and I just shot it before he did anything.
Abraham rubs his chin and he says, "That's mighty suspicious to me, 'cause none of the minions of Satan I ever fought, none of them ever not fought back. It's mighty suspicious if you ask me. I just hope we did the right thing and we didn't hunt down an innocent creature."
Abraham. Abraham.
Yes?
I might be able to shed some light on this subject if you're willing to hear me out for a bit.
Oh, really? He looks very suspicious at you after all you've done.
I think I might have figured out something here. Okay,
What
so
is that?
Sure.
Okay, now I need to stop you for a while, because the sheriff goes, that's all fine and dandy, but I have a busy day tomorrow, so I'm going to get some shut-eye and suggest you do the same. Make yourself at home in the cell. You're still in the cell. And I'm going to have a little talk with Mr. Derringer afterwards. Maybe we can work this out.
Well, wait, Sheriff. Just one question for you.
Yeah?
This Easter rabbit y'all talk about as if it's a real thing. Have you ever seen it?
Nope, but I know it's a real thing.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Like God.
All hail his chocolately goodness.
And I'm gonna wait for him to leave. Then I'm going to lean in close. All right.
Wait, hold on. Before he leaves, I just say to him, well, thank you, Sheriff, and once again, I apologize for any trouble we might have caused.
Well, that's mighty kind of you, Mr. Flint, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't think most people he puts behind bars apologize for what they do.
You'd be surprised, but yeah.
No, they apologize, but they don't really thank him, and shit like that.
Yeah,
I
but
actually mean it.
Yes, you make a good impression. Let's be honest with that. Alrighty.
Van Hein looks around in the cell. Yes, free bedroom for the night.
Score.
Indeed.
I shake my head. Shut up, man.
Indeed, Sahib. And you're not locked with these people in.
Oh darn.
You have a food supply.
Abraham, so listen. I have an idea of what it could be.
Oh, what was that?
Yes, it was hatched because of the steam, but I think that it would have hatched anyway.
Really?
This Easter rabbit that these people are so sure exists, I believe it actually does. And I believe that corpse is its child. There's only one or two special eggs every year that are laid and that people can find. And they just randomly, magically disappear in some way, shape, or form.
I see.
Which leads me to believe that they hatch at some point, and then those creatures end up becoming either the new Easter Bunny or they move on to a different area. But this thing right here, it causes all sorts of mischievous havoc, which means it has some kind of mysterious ability to manipulate steam or some sort of weird demonic crap, or I don't care what you call it. All I know is it can do things that should not be able to happen.
That's mighty interesting, because I also had a theory that this critter was cursed or something and actually caused bad luck to the people here. Because there's this story going around that this town's cursed, and I think this Easter Bunny, whatever you call it, is responsible for it somehow. Because I saw when it passed by that I don't know what you call that candy cane thing at the barber shop. Well,
yes.
When it passed by the barber shop,
the barber pole.
When it passed by the barber pole. When it passed by the barber shop, I noticed that the barber pole started acting up all strange like, and suddenly shot out a bolt of lightning. And this gentleman over here, he doesn't know his name, so he just points to Hein.
He points to my minion?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds mighty suspicious to me, so I think this critter can cause bad luck or something.
I think it can, because that house that crashed, crashed on top of me after I chased it into the cellar. It escaped, but it brought the house down upon me.
Now, we can only hope that this was the only one of its kind, because otherwise...
Well, judging from what I've seen, there's only 1 or 2 eggs every year that are laid, which means either these things have a 1-year lifespan, or they move on to different places. And if they move on to different places, we have an infestation that we need to get rid of
So
ASAP.
let's get our facts straight. First was this bright colored egg, right? That everybody wanted. That was the one, right?
Yes, that was the one.
First order of business this morning is we're gonna go around town and just make certain there were no more eggs found. And if once we make certain that's the case, we can put our mind at rest, at least for the time being.
Well, okay, now, OOC.
I think that John... Wait one moment. John has a thought. The critter that you chased had a dark coat, right?
Yeah.
And the fur...
Shit.
Yes, and the fur that you lifted from the egg was...
Light coat, which means male and female. Oh, fuck me.
No,
Oh
thank
yeah,
you.
that
We need to
suddenly
get first.
that suddenly springs to his mind, and he's like, "Hang on a minute here, partners. There's a thought that just popped into my head.
Oh yeah, what's that?
The thing was Jason had a black fur, right?
Yeah.
Now it's
But,
red.
But the fur we got from that egg was not.
So
Oh,
you're
do
telling
you
me they're
mean to
different?
tell me?
There's another one.
Oh dear word! But wait a minute. Wouldn't that mean that could make sense? There has to be a male and a female to give birth.
Guess we got our
Yep.
work cut out for us.
So we have to find the other one. Now, give me. Did any of you see if the dead one had some kind of a thing, like, that men have?
Nicely put.
None of us got a
Okay.
good look
Out of
at it.
character. The reason I'm saying that is because, yes, I know we curse, but I'm trying to keep it as PG as possible. So
Of course, yeah.
I'm trying to keep it good for children.
Is
Back
the
to
male or female? Yes. Okay, no, not a problem.
Back in character.
I think we should... I've got one last scene to do, so shall we fast forward to that?
Oh yeah, sure.
Sure, let's do that.
Now, you have figured out that this town... You figured out that this town is indeed under a curse by a villainous critter, which has horns and a cute little Yes, it's the Easter Bunny. And you're wanting to go out and find out if people have more of those mysterious eggs. I think now it's time for what's called a big part of the Deadlands, and it is tale telling. You just heroically slain the bearer of the curse of Kendrick. You may want to tell the townsfolk about that, won't you?
I don't know. Do we? Personally,
that's up to you
that's
guys.
not something Abraham would do. He just wants the people to remain blissfully unaware, because the less you know about the dark creatures, the better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but if you're going to about house to house asking about the egg, they're not going to give it up, because it's a good luck charm.
Well,
Hmm?
kind of.
Wait a
it kind
minute.
of depends what the sheriff. If the sheriff is spreads the tale around what we did. It kind of depends.
He is too busy making sure that talking to Aldo Derringer
Or maybe Derringer spreads the story around about that creature in his house or something. I don't know.
He's more concerned about you guys trying to shoot him.
It was all a big misunderstanding.
Yes, that's what the sheriff is trying to That's what the sheriff is trying to point out to Mr. Derringer.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do you want to approach this problem of the eggs and the Easter Bunny? for lack of a better term.
Well, yeah, if that's the only, I don't know how to go about it. It's not something.
Okay.
It's not something he would do, Flint. But otherwise, if that's the only way to get people to give up the egg, maybe I don't know.
Well,
What do you guys think?
I have an idea.
What do the others think?
Yeah.
I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Abraham, I know you're a godly fellow and you don't want to do any, harm to people. But we got two choices here. We can either let this keep going on and let the bad luck keep going on and possibly have more of these things birthed and have more bad things happen, or we can do something about it. Now, we have two choices when we try and get the egg from the people that own them. Either we can try our best to convince them that this is a bad thing, and I've got a story that'll cook that up, or we knock them out and we take the egg.
Now, well, but just hold them on a minute. The thing we're looking for is another one of them rabbits. We're not looking for an egg, are we?
Well, if it's another one of them rabbits, I'm sorry, but the people aren't going to be holding the rabbit unless... Wait a minute. I just realized something.
Yeah?
There's a family that has 8 children that's been collecting the eggs for the past 3 years. Almost like they knew where to find the eggs. Maybe
Perhaps.
they might have something to do with it.
Alright, sounds like a plan. Let's go ask him.
Well, we gotta, wait out the night first.
Well, of course, you wait out the night. Okay. You you have a nice little rest on the hard wooden bridges, and actually, your insomniac friend, the drifter actually stays awake all night because he's no longer tired.
How about that?
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Actually, he probably pretends to sleep at a certain moment.
Yeah. Sahib. You do not like this Aquarius very much, do you?
He might be an irritating person, but he's a person nonetheless. We do not harm him.
I was not thinking such things. Banish the thoughts. Oh, may the great ones put the devastating curse upon me if I ever thought such a thing. However, I do have an idea to make certain that he feels differently about his cherished minion. Make you his master, perhaps. Would Sahib like that?
No.
I assure you, this will not backfire upon you in any way at all.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we know that kind of warning.
It will not backfire at you. I mean me. So that doesn't mean you.
Ah, do not worry. I have no interest in harming you whatsoever. After all, we are a team, you and I. We are traveling the world, seeing beautiful new things, and righting an injustice. After all, that's why we went back, didn't we?
Hold on a moment, guys.
Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Now. Yes. Sahib is keeping you busy all through the night, which is a good thing because there's not a whole lot to do. Come morning, the sheriff. Come morning, around 8ish, the sheriff releases you with a stern warning not to break into people's houses and start shooting at people. That kind of thing does not give the right impression.
Don't worry, sir. I usually only play with my music, not my guns.
Mm-hmm.
I nod to the sheriff and I say, yes, sheriff, we will definitely make sure not to break into people's houses and shoot them.
He was using
We
sarcasm.
only did so because
Lock him up again.
just in the spur of the moment. Never happen again.
Right. With those words, you are free to go, especially since you have an appointment with Edmund Cryer.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you missed that one.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
I do everything.
Nope. Anyway, you head for the family that is that has the 8 children and whatnot, and you find the lady at home. Let's see, who is she? She is inspiration card. Nope, that's the wrong card. Ah, yes. She's actually the missus of the guy that runs the Fix-It shop. Basically, they sell parts for mad science.
Ooh.
Yes.
How much money do I have left, by the way?
That's not important. We're rushing through a few things. And she's looking at you a little bit. She looks at you, smiles, and says, "Oh my dear word! You look like you've slept on the ground." That's the first words that come out of her, and then it says, "You fellas look like you could use a cup of coffee."
Well, Abraham
I like
takes
some
a out of his hat and says, "Well, we have been through a rough night, man. So a cup of coffee sure would be appreciated."
Oh, come on in. I've put kettle. It will be ready. It will be ready soon. And she
Mighty neighbor.
made. Yep. Yes. She puts on the coffee pot, as it were. Comes back with a tray with let's see, a tray with bread and butter, and just puts them down on the table. Smiles a little. Ah, breakfast.
That's nice.
Well,
Indeed.
thank you very kindly, miss.
Mm-hmm.
Too kind.
Now, I'm sure you're here for my husband, and I'm sorry to say, but he's in the shop.
I look to Abraham and
Actually, it's not quite your husband we had any questions about. It's more related to...
Mommy, he hit me again. Joshua, stop hitting your sister. Yes, go on.
Yeah, it's more related to your children. And, my associate here heard they have a lot of success every year in the big Easter egg hunts.
Oh, yes, indeed. My little angels are such little explorers. They get everywhere. Well, except of course the Dragon's Den. Oh, they tried that once, but Mr. Derringer was not very amused with that. Now, Mommy, look at this drawing I made. Oh, that's wonderful drawing, Sissy. Now, why did you show that to Mr. What's your name?
My name's Abraham Flint, and this is my
Wow.
associates, Kavarius
Yes.
Mordekaiser, and John, and I haven't quite caught your name. He looks too high.
That's because I never told it, and I need a beer. I'm starting to smell.
Right.
Okay.
I look over at
The little child gives you shows you a picture that she made of Mommy, Daddy, all the and 8 little stick figures. It's just a dozen of stick figures in bright colors and crudely drawn. You know the kind of picture.
Uh-huh.
JACQZ.
Mommy says I'm a very good. I make the prettiest pictures.